So once you found that the domain name that you want to call your website is available, you need hosting. Yeah, you need hosting. That's what we saw in the last lesson, that it said that no hosting, which means that domain name or our order already doesn't have hosting yet. Yeah. So what does hosting mean? So hosting means that a service that allows you to host or to store your website files. Remember, your blog will have files such as articles. It will have files such as images. It will have maybe you will be posting videos. Maybe you'll be posting audio if you are, for example, a podcast. Yeah. So these files needs a place to live, and where that place that they live online is not called the hosting space. Yeah. So what's the importance of web hosting? Without web hosting, actually, no one can access your website. Without web hosting, you cannot store these files. And if you can't store them, it means no one can see them. Yeah. And there is free and paid hosting. So the paid hosting is where you pay some money to get your website files hosted or stored somewhere. The free ones we've talked about, an example of Olit. If you go to Olit, they have a free version, a free plan. That's where you can host, you can create and host your website there for free. Yeah. So the difference between the two is that for the paid one, you have freedom. You have resources. You have enough resources to get your website going. But with the free one, you're limited to certain things. For example, they will be showing ads on your site. There are some things that you can't do. They also have limited, for example, storage space. We'll talk about storage once we start, look at how to get hosting. What you need to know also is that there are very many different types of web hosting providers. So web hosting providers are actually the companies that offer these services, these web hosting services. And since because there are very many of them, you need to be vigilant when you're choosing. So make sure you're choosing someone who will actually help grow your blog. Yeah. Make sure you're looking at the things like features. There are some features that you need to grow your website. For example, you need bandwidth. Bandwidth is the amount of data that you can transfer per month or per day, depending on the traffic of your website. You also need to look at the cost. Different companies charges different prices for their hosting. Yeah. So you need to find something or a company that is affordable or based on your budget. Yeah. The other thing you need to look at is the customer service. Yeah. You remember that this is a blog or this is a new territory that you're entering, which means you need someone who will be always available to help you. For example, TrueHost offers 24/7 support, which means you can reach out to them anytime, even at night. Yes, even at night you can reach out to TrueHost and they will be able to help you. So once you've chosen your hosting provider, the next thing you need to do is now the blogging platform. So a blogging platform is actually a software or a tool that allows you now to manage your blog. So a good example is Wordpress. So Wordpress is a CMS, what you call the content management platform. So you can go and Google what a content management platform is, what a CMS is. But in this case, we'll be talking about WordPress blogging platform. So WordPress is free actually. All you have to do is download it and install it on your domain. And don't worry, I know that sounds daunting, but I will show you exactly what you need to do this course. So the next thing that we want to do here now is showing you how to get hosting. So as you can see, we are back to where we left our domain registration. It says no hosting. So what you need to do now is just click to add. Yeah, click here to add your hosting. And as you can see here, you're presented with a lot of options. There are 3 options actually. We have the single WordPress, we have WordPress starter, we have the business WordPress. Yeah, so these are different packages that you need to choose from. So to pick the best, consider your budget. As you can see, they go by different prices. We have $10 per month, we have $6, $6.50 per month, and we have $150 per month. Yeah, so you need to choose based on the price. Also, look at the features. As you can see, single WordPress means you can only host. This package allows you to only host one website. So if, for example, for me, if I want to host my bookdirector.com website, that will be only it. Yeah, but if I want to add another one, it means I have to add to get another hosting package. But the WordPress starter, which is going for $650 per month, allows me to host up to 100 websites. That's really cool. I can host 100 websites, which means if I want to add another website, I only have to buy the domain, and then I won't have to get another hosting. Compare the features and look at think about what you will need to grow your blog and choose accordingly. For me, for today, because I only want for now, I'm planning on starting that blog, I will go with this one, the single WordPress. Yeah, so I just click order now, and because I had already chosen a domain, I'll just click on use what's already on my cart. Yeah, but if you change your mind at this stage, you can click on register a new one. If you have a domain name hosted somewhere, or the one that you've registered somewhere else, you can click on transfer it and then type the name here and then click transfer and then follow instructions. And if you don't want to transfer, you can just change name servers. You remember the name servers that I pointed at you earlier on in the previous lesson, and I was telling you don't touch them. Yeah, if you've registered a domain name somewhere else, you can change that pointing to those name servers, and then you can use it to host your website. Yeah, so for now, because I already have a domain name in my shopping cart, I just click use. You can choose your billing cycle. So the billing cycle is actually means how much you will pay, or how long or how often you will be paying. So you can choose to pay every month, every 3 months, every 6 months, every 12 months, every 24 months, and every 36 months. And if you notice something, the longer I pick, the cheaper it gets. For example, if I decide to pay every 36 months, I'll only pay what? I'll only pay $1. Ooh, that's really cool. Yeah. So for now, I think I'll be choosing this. I want to pay every 36 months. And as you can see here, we have the single WordPress. So this is the package that I ordered. If I choose to pay for 1 month, I'll only pay today $1.50 today. Yeah. And if I choose to pay 36 months, I only pay today that's $6. Yes. And look at here also, if I choose to pay today $150, I'll also need some setup fee. Yeah, they have setup fee, yes, but if I choose to this one, there is none. So I think I'm going with this one because it looks like a good deal. So just choose your billing cycle, the one you're comfortable with, and click continue. And boom, as you can see now, it says here my domain name, the one I picked in the previous lesson, and it says here it has what? Hosting. So it means I'm now ready to continue. So I'll just tick these boxes: DNS management, email forwarding, and ID protection. Remember, this is paid. Yeah, so you might see that this will reflect in my account or in my end amount. So keep this in mind. This is paid. So just click continue. Now, as you can see, we are almost there. So the domain registration, this is my domain name, the period. So you can see I can choose here up to 10 years. Yeah, so I can choose. So since I chose to get hosting for up to that 6 months, that 6 months is how many years? That's 3 years. Yes, so I can say I want to register this for 3 years. Yeah, so I can choose 3 years here, and it will change the price. Or for now, let's just stick with what? With 1 year. And this is the price. Now this is the price of my domain. Yeah, so it's $10.79. Why it's 10? Yet we saw earlier on that it mentioned it was 7.80. It's because of the domain name protection, ID protection. So as we will see later on, there are some details that you provide when you're registering. So it includes your name, your phone number, and your email. Now these are the details that I will use to register your domain. Now there is a service known as Whois. So I think I'll show you. So there is this service known as Whois that you can use to see who owns certain domain. So let's look at who owns truehost.com. So it shows you who registered the domain name. It gives you the registrar's contacts, administrative contact, everything. Yes, to hide this contact from people, because there are people who will want to contact you just because they spam your emails or they just calling you anyhowly. You can hide this using this. Yes, so you can hide this using this, and as you can see, you'll be paying $2.99 per year. Yes, so if you want to hide your details from appearing, use this. If you want your details to be available to anyone searching for it, and of course then tick that. Yeah, and my order summary, as you can see, this is the domain. It's $10.79 because of the privacy protection that I ordered. It's paid one. Yeah, as you can see, the DNS management is free and email forwarding is free, but the privacy protection is paid $2.99 per year. And then of course I have the setup, which is free because I chose how long, that's 6 months. Now if I had a promo code, I can just enter it here and click validate. Now as you can see, the amount that's due today, or the amount that I will end up paying today for that, is $46.79. So if I'm comfortable with that, I just click checkout. Before I pay for my order, I need to create an account here. As you can see, if you already have an account, just click already registered and then of course log in. But if you don't, you can sign up here. So there are 3 ways. You can provide your details here. You can provide your details using your first name, last name, and then choose password, or you can use Facebook, or you can use your Google account. Yeah, so you can choose either of these. Then there is the billing address. So provide the company name if you have, because as you can see, it's optional. Make sure you give us the street address. Then domain register, just leave it as it is, use default. Then the next step is to choose the password. Yeah, so make sure your password is strong, no one can guess it. And then of course the next step is now to choose the payment method. Yeah, so we have 3. We support card, mobile, or DPO. So if you want to pay using M-Pesa, for example, you choose this one. If you have PayPal, if you want to pay through PayPal, use PayPal. And if you want to pay through Stripe, use Stripe. Also, if you want to pay either using the debit or credit card, choose this option. Yeah, if you have any other additional notes, enter them here, and then tick this box to agree to join our email list. Once you're done, click complete order. What happens next is you are taken to your invoice, and then that's where now you'll complete the payment. Yeah, so you pay for your order. The invoice will show how much you will be paying and how to pay for it. Once you pay that order, once you pay it successfully, now you will be emailed the details of how to access your hosting and your new domain.